How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to my channel. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about a subject that has been talked about with others that I've come in contact with over the past few days. It's how does, enabling somebody's trauma and addictions increase their addictive and traumatic behavior? Well, that's a good question because a lot of people think in the world today that, certain things are not traumatic or certain things are not addictive. And, society has their different thoughts about addiction and about trauma and stuff like that. But when you have thoughts, your own thoughts about addiction and trauma, when you're in your addiction and trauma, it doesn't profit the world anything. It just makes everything worse. So as soon as you get out of your trauma and addictions, you can start to see how society enables each other's mental illnesses, addictions, and traumas. And then you see why people are still stuck in their addictions and traumas. It's kind of like a simple equation to look at if you're looking at, the trauma cycle and the addiction cycle, how it works. But fundamentally, all the people that rule this society, all the people that, have a say or have a voice in society, these people are all, traumatized and they all have imperfections, addictions, and problems. And these are the people that we cling to because they're in a position of power. And these are the people that we trust, the media, the government, all those people that are mentally ill themselves or are not mentally, that have a trauma that they project to control them, control their chaotic minds and to control others. Because if they can't control their own chaotic mind, they can at least try to control other people that are in chaos. And so chaos runs chaos, if you get what I mean. So that's kind of like what I wanted to share with you. I wanted you guys to kick that around in your mind today. This is going to be a short video today. And then also what I wanted to talk about next time in our next video is about trust and how we can completely lose our trust in ourselves and everything as we continue in our traumatic and addictive behaviors. And then we can talk about, how we lose our identity, how we lose our connection with reality, and how we lose our connection with everything that's supposed to be real, and how society can change from a normal society steeped in reality to a society that lives in a fantasy world, which is where we're at now in society. Is everybody lives in their own little fantasy world, and it's condoned and it's enabled. So this is the reason why I talk about this, is because I've, for the past 30 years in my addictions and my traumas, have lived in a fantasy world. And when you come out of that fantasy world and you can see from the Lord's perspective everything that's going on around you, it's almost sickening, that we're condoning these behaviors and these problems still, and we're not really solving anything. And so that's why people are become so disillusioned from reality. They become so disconnected from their real true self that they start to fight against their own true self, and then that causes chaos in the brain and chemical imbalances and whatever you think. And so then afterwards, they have this mental battle constantly, and then eventually when the mental battle is lost, it's like a rubber band being stretched to its very limits, and then when it loses its elasticity, it snaps or it bounces back and collides, and then it does the same thing again over and over again. You can think of this as your mental illness, a rubber band being stretched to opposing sides, and then after a while it loses its elasticity, and then it loses control and then bounces back, and boom, an explosion. That's kind of how I define a mentally ill brain, constantly being pulled in two different directions between two different realities. So anyways, if you like this video, you can give a comment in the section down below. You can, or you can say how you feel, because this is a place where you can, express your feelings, express how you feel about certain topics and certain things. So just let me know. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.